going to work late, you know, needed to get some rest. So I got in. Man, my plane was delayed by maybe a couple of hours. You know, I flew from Atlanta to Chicago. Wish I would have had a longer layover, because I sure would have, really pulled up in Chicago. So, shout out to all my people from Chicago that be showing me love. Gino, CB, a few other people. So shout out to, I'm telling y'all, to my Chi-Town supporters, when I get a chance, I'm going to come to Chi-Town to just, pull up, go somewhere where it's safe, of course. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, I'm going to definitely, pull up in Chicago one day when I get a chance. Shout out to my guy, Gino. Gino is one of my day ones. Gino been here since pretty much day one. But nevertheless, let's get busy, as Arsenio Hall used to say. So, Fat Joe is feeling it from everybody. And shout out to Lord Jamar. And I stand 100%, 10 toes, 10 fingers, black fist up with Lord Jamar and a few other people. Now, at the end of the day, y'all, we've been doing this for a while. And shout out to my sister Nettie. She been here for a while. Shout out to my sister. And shout out to a few other people, Miss D. Shout out to all my people in Detroit. And I'm glad that Fat Joe been getting cooked, basted, roasted, seasoned, because at the end of the day, him coming with his, AF, his artificial facts. But at the end of the day, to sit up here and try to proclaim, FBAs as black, racist, and broke. Like, so Fat Joe, do you have everybody's bank account? You can make an argument that you broke by hip-hop standards, or at least by how long you've been in the rap game, because reports say that you only worth $4 million. You've been rapping for 30 years, and you only managed to accumulate $4 million. Where you got a guy like Rick Ross, who been rapping barely 15 years and some change, that's worth $150 million according to reports. E40 is worth far more than you. A lot of people. Snoop Dogg, some people say that Snoop Dogg is close to a billionaire with all his investments and stuff. So for you to sit up there and say somebody broke, and then another thing, this N-word thing, it's starting to get annoying now. Now, in case you guys don't know, shout out to Tariq Nasheed, and shout out to a few other people, the Black Authority, who pulled out the receipts on Fat Joe, who exposed him as being the real racist is Fat Joe. Because at the end of the day, you're not black. And I went and did some research. Shout out to my research people, and shout out to the YouTube detectives, the YouTube researchers. I seen his parents, and I'm gonna put up pictures of his parents. Fat Joe ain't remotely black. Now, I know a few years ago, well, a while ago, he tried to say all Latinos are black. That's a motherfucking lie. That's a lie. And anybody with common sense who ain't trying to always, explain and try to cape for people that ain't black just because they use the N-word like it's going out of style, that make them black. Because something is seriously wrong with a lot of you people out there. I've been saying this for a while, and I've been saying this for years about Fat Joe. And I caught a flack behind it, people trying to get mad and say, oh, could you say Fat Joe is not black? Go look at his parents. Go look at his parents, and you tell me that Fat Joe is black. Fat Joe is a white Hispanic. And then I heard that his father, who supposed to be from Cuba, or was in Cuba, is really Italian. So, as I've been saying, and I said that Fat Joe look Italian. So if that be the case, he is a white Hispanic. I've been saying this for years. I was saying this before Tariq Nasheed was saying this. I've been saying this about Fat Joe and about a lot of those Puerto Ricans, those so-called Puerto Ricans. I told y'all, they only black, or they want to claim black when they around blacks. But soon as the door is shut and there ain't no blacks around, they distance themselves from blacks and they don't want to be called black. I've been looking at them funny for years. Keep in mind, I'm from California. I can tell you a whole bunch of stuff about Hispanics and how they really, and how a lot of them really feel about black people. I didn't caught them pulling that stuff with black people, acting like they cool with black people, but then be talking crazy about them. So all you got to do, go listen to that video Tariq Nasheed put out last night, and listen to the part what this engineer that used to work with Fat Joe, engineer his stuff, his music, I guess mix his music down and stuff. Fat Joe thought the dude was Latino. Now, the funny thing is, for those who have seen me, I used to get that a lot too. People used to think that I was Puerto Rican. So every once in a while, when I would go certain places, people would think I was Puerto Rican. And they would walk up to me speaking Spanish, and they would say, you know, stuff in Spanish. And I would be like, dude, why are you talking Spanish to me? And then they'll tell me I look Puerto Rican, or I look a little bit Dominican. No, let me give you my lineage. Let me give you my background so you can understand this. I ain't Puerto Rican. I'm black. My mother is half Haitian because my grandfather was from Haiti. My grandmother she is from Louisiana. My grandmother is black. Her mother was black. My father was from Monroe, Louisiana. Black. Shout out to my late pops. His father was black. Grandmother, black. Rest in peace to my grandfather, rest in peace to my pop, rest in peace to my family on my father's side. I'm black. But every once in a while, I would get that. People would be saying I look Puerto Rican, which is okay. So when dude said that, I knew exactly where he was coming from. And he said that Fat Joe would be saying little slick stuff about black people. He referred to black people as some kind, I forgot the terminology, but it was a Spanish terminology for black people, saying, yeah, it's our time and all this kind of stuff. So if it's your time, which it debunks your whole so-called facts about Hispanics, or in particularly Latinos, helping create hip-hop, which you didn't, which I'm gonna dive deep into that. And the funny thing is, out of all people, even though I'm not the biggest academics fan, even academics lightweight debunk that whole thing about Puerto Ricans or Latinos. And if you want to get technical, Latinos ain't really no race. But Fat Joe is a non-black white Hispanic. And nobody care about Remy Ma being mad and caping for Fat Joe. The funny thing is, with Remy Ma, you had issues with Fat Joe yourself. You accused him of not properly helping push your promotion. You had money issues with Fat Joe for years. And then you kind of claimed that Fat Joe didn't look out for you when you had to do your bid. So Remy Ma, shut up. You need to worry about how to stop being a whore. You need to take care of what's going on with you and your husband, how you was sitting up there messing with a scrub. Okay? So that's what you need to worry about. Now, like I said before, we know the drill. Who gonna be the first dude? Who gonna be the first coon? Who gonna be the first Sambo? Who gonna be the first Tom? Who gonna be the first Uncle Ruckus to come defending Fat Joe? Because there's always one. Who gonna be the first view-ho to come defending Fat Joe? Oh, hey, Big Chris, keep doing your thing, man. On Instagram, bro. Keep putting in that work, man, because I'll be paying attention to you, man. But no, it has to be said. As black people, we gotta be gatekeepers. And it's time to start segregating. It's time for that segregation. And it's time for us to start pulling away. Listen, no more free passes, no more tickets, nothing. No more invites to barbecues, whatever. Because once again, we ain't getting the invites. I don't want to hear no more of this honorary black dude stuff. Because like I said, Fat Joe, the only racist is Fat Joe. But I told y'all, I've been saying this for years about dudes like Fat Joe and about how a lot of those Puerto Ricans move. I've been saying this for years. That's how they get down. I've been saying this for years. That's how a lot of those Hispanics get down. They pretend and they soak up game, they soak up our culture and try to create it and make it their own. And that's why I fell back on a few rappers. That's why I stopped like really messing with YG and listening to his music, because he always be sucking up to Hispanics, and particularly Mexicans. Do you see any of them like paying deep homage to black people? No. So that's why I don't be, and then these are the same dudes that try to attack the black community. So, and it's a few of them. I don't have nothing against Hispanics. I don't have nothing against Mexicans, but at the end of the day, y'all not our people. Y'all are not our allies. Y'all don't go beyond your means to support and ride for black people. A lot of time, like I said, that whole George Floyd thing was grandstanding. It was fake grandstanding. All this stuff about these type of incidents are gonna bring us closer together. Yeah, right. As soon as the, you know what I'm saying? As soon as the press coverage was over, y'all converted right back to y'all racist and bigoted ways. As soon as the hoopla was over. So let's just keep it a buck. Let's stop playing these games. It is what it is, and that's how it's gonna be, and I accept it. But stop playing these games. Like I said before, black people gotta stop being so sentimental. Stop being, you know what I'm saying, SS's. And you know what I mean by SS? Not super sport. I'm finna give y'all another catchphrase. Stop being a sentimental sap or a sentimental simp. See how I give y'all catchphrases? And black people got it bad about doing that, being mesmerized by that kind of stuff. Let me tell you something. I'm far removed. I don't care if you're a white dude that know the lines from Boys in the Hood, Menace to Society, and Friday. That don't impress me. I don't care if you can recite speeches by Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. I don't care if you try to talk about the history of disenfranchised. You know what I'm saying? Don't care. Do not care. Not impressed. Because what have you done to fix it? What have you done to stop it? What have you done to alter it? Nothing. So I'm not impressed. Let's be honest. In 2024, is things really that different for black people? To be honest with you, like I said, we were far better off, possibly, 100 years ago. Just like when we didn't receive what we were supposed to get post-slavery, we still found a way to build our own neighborhoods, our own areas, and be progressive. But due to the fact that powers that be saw how progressive we could be and how we could function without them, they found a way to infiltrate and destroy. And it was intentionally done. They destroyed Black Wall Street on purpose. I don't even believe that it had anything to do with some white woman being allegedly assaulted. Did it to Rosewood. And they were far and beyond more Rosewood and Black Wall Street incidents than what's being told. So, with that being said, I just got to keep it a buck. Don't play those games with me because I know my history. And that's been black people's biggest thing about wanting to defend people that have done more damage to us, that have set us back for decades. And this is why I say integration was the worst thing that happened to black people. It was a trap. I want somebody to explain to me, and that's why I can destroy people like Myron Gaines and Candace Owens and Officer Coonham, all those type of dudes, easy, within 5 minutes. I don't have to have no 20-minute debate. I could destroy them. It would be easy. So while they sitting up here talking I let them talk for a whole hour. All I would need is 5 minutes, and I could take anything that Myron Gaines, Candace Owens, Officer Coonham, and a few other anti-black people would ever have to say in a debate. It would be easy. I don't have to take long to destroy people. Just like this whole thing about who created hip hop. I'm gonna make this clear. I'm gonna say this again. I don't care who gets mad. Take it personal. Go cry. You know what I'm saying? Punch the air. Hip hop was created by black Americans. It was influenced by black American music, black American artists. You can try to do the yeah buts all you want. Hip hop was created by black Americans. End of fucking story. So you can sit up here, no, I'm not even gonna entertain it. So if you know what I'm saying, that's just real talk. So getting back to Fat Joe, when he sit up there saying, well, some of the people, the greatest hip hop artists that ever lived happen to be Hispanic or black. Okay, that's fine. Greatness don't have nothing to do with inventing something or creating something. I'm gonna say this again. All you Latinos, and particularly you Puerto Ricans, you couldn't even stand hip hop music. The only thing y'all did, like I said, was carry the records into the abandoned buildings sometimes, or into the basements. So like I said, nobody can carry crates or plug up speakers, you know what I'm saying, better than Hispanics. So thank you for your contribution in creating hip hop. Because like I said, I've never seen nobody be able to carry crates of records, you know. So, yeah, y'all getting cooked. Yeah, I know some people like dumbing it down. I know it's some coons somewhere getting mad. So like I said, shout out to Migs. Like I said, As black people, we taking our music back. So you Puerto Ricans, go sit down. Go sit down. Sit y'all asses down. For real. Have a seat or have a drink. Because that's where y'all headed. And I've been saying this. I warned y'all about Fat Joe. I told y'all that Fat Joe was a fraud. And shout out to the YouTube research goons. I never really paid attention to Fat Joe until I decided to do research, until people started to say, go look at his parents. I looked at his parents. If that's his biological mother and father, he definitely ain't black. Danny Garcia ain't black. Edgar Berlanga ain't black. I've seen all those dudes in person. And that's real talk. If Danny Garcia let his hair grow out, he would have that stringy white hair. Just keep it in a buck. Go look at Fat Joe's parents, and then you come back and tell me that Fat Joe is black. I've been saying it. Just because people always say nigga on their record don't mean that they black. But for him to sit up there and trying to talk reckless and trying to say that black people FBAs is black racist. No, the only racist is you. And you've been a racist. Your boy Cuban Links aired you out, said that you would be talking slick about black people. And I see Fat Joe over the years taking shots at black people. See, I'm one of them dudes that pay attention to stuff. I can tell you, I pay close attention to stuff, and people think I don't be paying attention. I may not even say nothing about it, but I'll be paying close attention. And for years, I done heard Fat Joe try to sneak diss black people. And for years, Fat Joe said that he wasn't black. And the thing is, Fat Joe, as usual, and this is why I get mad at black people, because y'all always putting people like Fat Joe on. This is a dude that have ill will secretly toward black people, but then black people put him on. Just like Eminem, all those racist ass tapes talking about black people, but black people put him on. Real talk. Black people put Fat Joe on, but then he's trying to sneak diss us. Go figure. That's how a racist get down. That's how an op get down. He aligned himself with y'all, and and then he takes notes. Then he takes it back to his community. But then at the end of the day, I blame black people for this, because like I said, y'all are sentimental saps. Y'all feel guilty and feel bad and feel like you have to help these people. I'm gonna be honest with you. What black artists have Fat Joe really put on? And don't say Remy Ma. Name me one artist that's 100% full black that was a male that Fat Joe really tried to put on. But then you have black people putting him on features. Ain't gonna buy that dude's album. Like, who gonna buy his album? People buy albums no more. So what? Give him free publicity. He sell what, 20,000 units instead of 15? Okay, cool. So I'm just being honest. While Fat Joe's sitting up here pocket watching and trying to say people are broke, once again, by hip hop standards, based off the fact that you've been rapping literally since like 1991, and you are only worth $4 million. You failed. You failed. And then the funny thing was, he got exposed even further. He got exposed even further in that versus battle when he went against Ja Rule. Bad matchup. Very bad matchup for him. Got exposed, got torn apart, like Ja Rule said. When he said he ain't got no hits. And he really don't. He really don't. He really didn't have no hits. Okay, let me see. What? Okay, you got Lean Back. You got Lean Back. You got What's Love. I'm trying to think that was like, that had commercial. Make It Rain. You, at best. All the way up. Maybe, what, 5? I'm just saying. I mean, it hurts. See, I'm coming with the verbal receipts. I'm coming with the receipt. And then another thing, Fat Joe needs to also quit like threatening people too. Talking like he just like come on, man. Come on, man. Stop talking all this mafioso stuff, dude. Like, stop talking like you can't be touched. Like, dude, come on, man. You know, stop talking like you can't be touched, dude. Get out of here, bro. I'm gonna say this, and you can sit at the Fat Joe. Ain't nobody scared of Fat Joe whatsoever. So that's another thing, dude. Quit talking reckless. Quit talking like you that dude, cause you ain't got it like that. Cause you don't scare nobody. Nobody is scared for real. So that's why I'm laughing at Fat Joe. He tried to call somebody else broke. Well, by today's standards, you kind of broke, dude. Once again, you've been rapping for over 30 years, and you only worth $4 million. Hilarious. Hilarious. So like I said, I'm glad everybody coming out against Fat Joe. And shout out to Laura Jamar for taking a stand. Yeah. So all these black people, yeah, let Puerto Ricans just buy your records. Because the thing is, you ain't nothing without that black touch. As far as music goes, we don't put the stamp of approval on it. It don't go nowhere. It don't go nowhere. So that's just real talk. Like, don't mess with me. Don't mess with me, Fat Smo. Don't mess with me, and don't mess with my people. I'm not gonna let you disrespect my people, dude. Because I'm gonna say this again. You not one of us. You never have been. You have always been a culture vulture. You have the terror squad. He didn't have issues with Cuban Links. He didn't have issues with Remy Ma. There was issues about stuff with him and Big Pun writing his records and him not properly. You know what I'm saying? Compensating Big Pun or the Big Pun estate. So I'm gonna say this again, because I know my history when it comes to this hip hop stuff. So it's all kind of issues. It's all kind of issues with Fat Joe. Don't let me start pulling out even more receipts, Fat Smo. You can't find a bigger fraud than Fat Smo. You can't cannot find a bigger fraud. Culture vulture, he been a culture vulture, but this is what I'm saying. This is what you black people get for always trusting these dudes and wanting to put these dudes. That's what you get. When is this gonna stop? When y'all gonna stop like helping these people that don't give nothing back in return, that sit up there and use and abuse us and capitalize and benefit off the struggle and the work ethic of black people? This is why I keep telling y'all. I keep telling people, stop talking to DJ Vlad. Stop talking to Adam 22. Stop talking and having these conversations about the black experience with these non-blacks. But then y'all get mad at me. Oh, these dudes are cool. Oh, they're cool. Define cool. How are they cool? Please explain that to me. What makes them cool? What makes them cool? What makes them cool? What makes them one of us? Because they watch Roots. They watch Roots. They saw Shaka Zulu. What else? What else? What else? They watched Malcolm X with Denzel Washington, so that give them the black stamp of approval. Are y'all black people that naive? No wonder our community then got infiltrated and divided and destroyed. Not so much because of white people, because of the black people that seem to have this trust and that's easily moved. I'm sorry, it take more than that. And I'm just gonna be honest with you, I'm removed from that stuff. And I don't. Who got in a car accident? What are you talking about? Hey, I see we got a troll, so get rid of the dude. He probably some Fat Joe fan. So get rid of the dude